Meanwhile, away from PSG, the big news, of course, coming out of France is that Paul Pogba will undergo an operation which makes him very, very questionable as to whether or not he'll play in the World Cup. Allegri was asked about it, said, I don't know if he'll play in the World Cup, but it's not my problem. I know he'll be back in January for Juventus. What's the latest, Jules?
The latest is that the World Cup is in 73 days, and now the surgery had happened tonight and it went well, but now the recovery time is between 40 and 60 days, depending on how your body receives it, how your knee reacts to it. It could be 40 days, which then obviously would leave him 33 days to the World Cup. It could also be 60, maybe even more for all we know, and then obviously there's much less days before the World Cup. So right now it looks quite unlikely, let's be honest here, for him to go to the World Cup and be ready to play highly competitive games at a World Cup for the reigning champions. But I guess anything is possible. But we just need to go back to August when he took the decision to not get the surgery back then and try to get his rehabilitation with no surgery. That would only take 5 weeks. And then he could be back in October to be fit for the World Cup. Well, the backlash was pretty bad, because if he had done the surgery back in August, he would be pretty, he would be getting ready to go back now, and we would not be talking about this. Now it's a huge blow for him, especially after all the off-field situation as well and incidents.
You take a look at how things stand according to the bookies going into that, was it 73 days, you said, Jules, at the start of the World Cup? Brazil, favourites. England, of course, the second favourites ahead of France. France coming in third favourites. How does the absence of Paul Pogba affect that and affect the defence of their title, Jules?
It's a big blow, because if he's the 2018 Paul Pogba, he's obviously so important for this team, his relationship with Conte, and when you think that now we've got currently neither of them fit, it has to be a worry for Deschamps. I don't know if, you would expect Conte to come back at some point between now and November, but for all we know, he might get injured again, because he's so injury prone lately. So in Tchouaméni, you've got already the Pogba replacement that I guess Deschamps would pick, and it's not a bad replacement at all, especially the form that he's now. And him and Conte could have a really good partnership for France in the World Cup. But what if you also lose Conte and you've got neither Pogba or Conte in Qatar? Then it's Tchouaméni and someone else with their other options, the likes of Rabiot, for example, of course, or even some more youngsters coming through, like Fofana, Monaco. Those are possibilities. But losing one would be bad for Deschamps, and that, well, should be Pogba, and then now he's praying and fingers crossed for Conte to be fit, at least for Qatar.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.